You are absolutely wrong, my brother. And promise me, I've done plenty of research. Granted, don't have a degree in it, but I've had my fair share for a few years of finance, okay, in school. And actually owned my own business once or twice, and had family members who owned their business once or twice. So yeah, there's a bit of trial and error in my life and my family. You are completely wrong, because you know why? Because the only way that can ever happen is when somebody owns the freaking market. That means when somebody asks for a free market capitalism, basically free market, basically an open field with no basically bending the rules of corporations involving government, you wouldn't have that problem. There'd be more competition against each other and more people and more businesses driving to that, basically that dollar. But when you get rid of the big government and the tight regulations, you wouldn't worry about the Sam Waltons. You wouldn't worry about the big corporations that basically fuck over the little man. If you don't believe me, explain to me, why is the Walton family and the Walton Corporation and this Walmart in general go in the White House and lobby for stricter regulations for corporations? You know why? It's not because they care about the little man, because they know their competition that doesn't have that much money would not compete. Walmart can afford it, but the mom and pop down the store, if a new regulation comes around, they cannot afford it. And yes, capitalism become authoritarian over time, but only on behalf of government. Again, government. And when we ask for less government, that means less of government. Unlike the conservatives who say that, they don't mean it. When we say we're anti-war as libertarians, we're fucking anti-war. When we say we're pro-gun, we're pro-gun, we're pro-pot. We've been pro-gun, pro-pot, pro-weed ever since, way before the Democrats have ever been. We were the true libertarian punk rock party, my friend. And listen, man, you may agree to disagree, and that's fine. And all due respect, like, don't get it wrong, don't get it twisted. I think Che Guevara and Karl Marx was right about certain things, and I think Che was pretty much a fucking badass for, like, facing off against the mafia. But at the end of the day, how you can say it's authoritarian, if I sold you something and you sold it back to me, capitalism is not Amazon and Walmart, buddy. It's not corporations. Capitalism by itself is barter and trade between two people. Let me give you an example, like an capitalist example. I don't ask any questions. I used to have this certain job, and let me give you an example. If you told me, hey, I want to take this one package and drive out of state to another area and give it to a friend, right, to drop it off, and you paid me money, we traded and bartered over money. Again, how's that authoritarian and how's that bad? Capitalism is not all about, again, corporatism. It's about